Hello everybody, Mark aka the Nerdy Punk back again today for a new video. Today's video is incredibly special. I'm about to go to the movies for the first time in, almost 7 months. A little over 6 months actually. So my last trip to the movies was late February. I went to see The Invisible Man on its opening night. So, it's been since the beginning of February since I've been inside of a movie theater. Now, if you've watched one of my more recent videos, I went to a drive-in theater where I got to see Inception and The Dark Knight, and that was a really fun experience. But besides that, it's been 6 whole months since I've been inside of a movie theater. Now, the movie theater closest to my house has been open for about a month or so, but they've been showing classic movies. And finally, last weekend, it was either last weekend or the weekend before, the very first new movie to be released in theaters came out. I believe that was Unhinged, and I have not seen that. Tonight, I am going to see Tenet. So tonight is Monday, August 31st of 2020. Tenet officially releases on September 2nd, I believe, or September 3rd, one of the two, to select cities in the United States. It's already been out in other countries around the world, but the U.S. has been really hit hard by COVID-19, so it's been kind of delayed and set over to select cities. And my small city where I live happened to get the movie. So I'm really, really excited to get a chance to see this. I bought my tickets about a week ago, and I've been really ready to go. Before all the COVID stuff happened, Tenet was already my most anticipated movie of the year. So it just got more anticipated as it kept getting delayed and stuff. And I'm just like, am I ever going to get to see this movie in a theater? And I really wanted to see it in a theater. And I'm finally going to get that opportunity. I'm so excited. It's going to be crazy. It's been years since I've waited this long between trips to the movies. Ever since around 2017 was when I started going again on a regular basis. And in a normal setting, a normal situation, I'd love to go to the movies at least 2 to 3 times a month. Maybe more, depending on the situation. There have been times in my life where I've gone once a week, but I'm someone that loves the movies. I love going to the theater. It's one of my favorite things to do on the planet. So I've been missing it so much, and I'm so glad to get to go tonight. Tenet, as far as my expectations, like I said, it's my most anticipated movie of the year. I love Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is my favorite director. Almost said actor. I don't know why, but he's one of my favorite directors of all time. Of course, his version of The Dark Knight is my favorite movie of all time. I love his work. I've never seen a movie of his that I disliked, so I'm really excited for that. I know this film is going to get natural comparisons to Tenet, or I can't talk. It's going to get natural comparisons to Inception, shall I say. Because it seems like kind of one of those mindfuck type movies is what I like to call them. Movies that kind of mess with your mind and make you think about them and stuff. Doesn't seem like it's going to be all that straightforward. It's going to have to be some analyzation going on tonight. So I can see natural comparisons there. I'm interested to see what I think about that. Visually, the film looks incredible, and I'm really excited to see the visuals. But I will go ahead and let you guys know as soon as I get out. So in a couple seconds for you guys and a few hours for me, I'll let you guys know the theater experience as well as my thoughts on seeing Tenet. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so I just got out of seeing Tenet, and I'm going to give you my brief initial thoughts on the film. Wow, that was incredibly unique. The most unique experience I've had in a theater in a long time. And obviously I haven't been to a theater in a long time, but my God, where to start with this? To start off, I don't think this is Nolan's best film. And that's just because he's set the bar so high, man. Like he's made masterpieces of cinema. And this, I think, here's the deal with this movie. Some groundbreaking visuals, like some amazing visuals that I have no idea how they even remotely accomplished this. It's insane, some of the stuff that they show on screen. I know that they actually crashed a plane into a building for this movie. So, yeah, pretty nuts and insane, but really awesome. So yeah, the visuals are out of this world, but this movie is so, I don't think dense is the right word, but it's difficult to understand. Like, it does not follow a straightforward plot line. I mean, if you've known the trailers, if you know the concept of the film, there's a lot of philosophy regarding things like time travel and some stuff related to that. I'm not going to give away anything, but it goes by this concept of inversion. And I'm going to let you watch the movie for yourself to help explain that. But I feel like, I feel like I'm a relatively intelligent moviegoer. I maybe got a third to half of what was going on. It was wild. And I think that maybe, there's kind of two sides to that coin. The one thing is that it's amazing. I love a movie that makes me think. And this is definitely a movie that's going to require multiple viewings for me to understand. But I love that because it sticks in my brain and it makes me want to, explore further. The downside of it is I think mainstream audiences aren't going to want to do that. So I think to the mainstream audience, that could be a negative. The fact that the movie is so difficult to understand. There's so much going on with it. An incredible ensemble cast. You got John David Washington. You got Robert Pattinson. You got Michael Caine, who makes an appearance in this film. Kenneth Branagh plays an incredible villain in this film. Wow. He definitely goes for it, and I really loved it. I could see maybe his performance turning a couple people off, but I really loved it. Let's see, what else did I want to mention with this film? The one downside to this movie is character development. There's not a whole lot going on, but the one thing that I kind of, makes sense to me about that is it's a spy thriller at its heart. This movie is a spy thriller. And spies, they don't really go too much in depth into their personal lives usually. So I think this movie kind of makes up for the lack of character development in the fact that there's really this mission that is the course of this movie. And you don't really need to go as much into the personal lives. John David Washington's character doesn't even have a name in this movie. He just goes by the protagonist. So maybe a little bit lacking there, and maybe that's where I dock some points from this. But like I said, I loved this movie, and it was definitely an entertaining watch. Under normal circumstances, I'd probably go back to the theater and watch this thing again. With COVID, I don't know. We'll see. It wasn't too bad. There were only 10 people around in the theater, which for an opening night, actually an early screening, that's not too bad, having just 10 people in the theater. But if it was numbers like that, I'd feel comfortable going out and seeing it again. But for the most part, the theater experience wasn't too hampered by COVID. Obviously, you wear masks in the lobby. When you're in the theater, you take them off to, have your popcorn. And I did have my popcorn, but I felt really safe. I mean, everybody kept 6 feet social distance in the lobby and stuff, and there was nobody sitting in the area that I was sitting in, so I felt pretty good with that regard as well. So my grade for Tenet, I think I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. It's a really great movie, but there's just too many slight issues. Like, it's not major problems at all. It's a really good movie, and I definitely recommend checking it out. Just know what you're getting yourself into. You're getting yourself into a movie that's going to be difficult to digest. So definitely go into it with an open mind. With that being said, go ahead and let me know your comments down below, your thoughts on Tenet, if you've been able to see it yet, if you're even going to get it in theaters in your area, and your thoughts just on movie going again in general. So I will see you guys later. Hope you all have an amazing night. See ya.